On Tina's Timepieces, today we are going to mod this Casio watch, and there are a few things that I want to do. I'm not sure we'll get it all in one video, but we'll do what we can. I just don't want the videos to get too long, so there may be a couple of them. But what I want to do is hydrofill the watch. So we will fill it with this synthetic oil, and that will make it easy to read the display from any angle. And if you were a diver, it would make this hold up to the water pressure for much deeper. I don't dive, so that's not an issue for me, but I just thought it was kind of neat. Makes the display much nicer. So for that, what you'll need is a container to put it in, of course the synthetic oil, and optional would be a syringe. And I just have a food injecting syringe here, and that just helps get some of the air bubbles out. Now, some of the other modifications that I want to do, this watch band is actually fairly comfortable, but I sweat more than a lot of people, so I don't really like this silicone. So I'm going to put on this elastic. I find it much more comfortable, and I think it will look nice on this watch. And I'm going to take and sand down all these lines from the molding, the injection molding process, and make those go away. And I'm also going to make this look more like metal instead of, it's plastic, but I want to make it look like metal. And I want to make these brush lines stand out more. Remove some of the writing on the face. I find it annoying. Definitely on the outside of the case, the illuminator, the water resistant 50 meters. I will leave the Casio start-stop mode light. The alarm chronograph I will probably leave, I'm not sure yet. And the last thing I'm going to do, I want to change the color for the LCD screen. And to do that, we take, these are some gel lighting diffuser or lighting screens, and we just put them on this mask for the watch. And what I want to do is I want to do a split screen. I want two colors. So what I'm going to do for the top where the date is, I want orange, and where the, oh sorry, wrong, I had it reverse. Where the time is, I want orange, and where the date is, I want blue. The date and the day. And I chose these two colors so that they go with the, here I'll hold it up so that you can see it a bit. But these two colors then will go with the band that I chose. Because we've got orange and blue. So those are I believe, all the modifications I want to make. So more with the tools. You'll just need screwdriver, tweezers, just a fine Phillips. I've got a tweezers just to help out. It's not absolutely necessary. I've got a razor for cutting my film. I do have a plastic tweezer to deal with the battery, just in case, only because I have it. It's not necessary. And then I have some super glue because we need to glue our film. And then, of course, you're going to need some type of container. I'm not sure the size yet where that will work on this one, so I have a couple set aside that we're going to set our case in when we fill it with oil. So, also, we'll need a Sharpie for tracing the outline for our gel sheets. And the last item, I am going to have some rubber gloves so that I don't get oil everywhere and all over my fingers. So I do believe that covers all of our tools. So now we can get started. I happen to have a spring bar tool. So I will use that. And you just push down, pull out. Take these spring bars out so I don't lose them. And then we'll repeat on this side. Got this nice little tray to set things in as I go. Again, not necessary, just something I have. And we'll get the screws out so we can get the back off. These should all be the same size. Sorry, my hand's in the way here. Try with my left hand. I'm right-handed, but we'll get this I'll go here. Just help you review. Oops. There's that. And now we can carefully take the back off. Just watching for any gaskets. Looks like there is one, but it stayed in the ring. I'll set that aside. Now, this one has a tab on this right here at the bottom. So we need to watch where that goes. And if you look on the watch, there is a tab right here. So that's where that goes. Just so we know when we go to put it back. I'll zoom in here a bit. Now, to remove this, all we should have to do is push these tabs and it should come right out. So there we go. Those are just the tabs that hold it against our buttons here. Set that aside. Now, here's our battery, and there's our LCD screen. I did put some gloves on. I didn't want to mess any of the electrical components up, although we're not really dealing with that at the moment. But just to be on the safe side. Plus, I want to sand on this, and that saves on getting messy fingers. And then we will be doing the oil filling, and there again, messy fingers. But I did forget to mention that if you are going to convert this to the metal look, there are some tools you are going to need. I have different grades of sandpaper and some Scotch-Brite to start out with to remove these molding lines. Before I do that though, I want to remove these letters. See, that's 8,000. Too far. All right. There we go. I like the way that looks. If you do decide to do this, maybe not quite so many grits, because I did start to take some of the paint off here, so it does look like a scuff, but I'm okay with that.